Back here for the top of inning number 5, where it's 3-0 Endicott. Top of the order due up for BenU, though. We have Matt Higgs, Justin Kowalski, and Timmy Hendricks about to step to the plate. Higgs today 0 for 2. Grounded out to third base in the first, and grounded out to third base in the third. Here's the first pitch. That one taken on the outer half for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Higgs, taken outside for strike 1, kind of even at 1-1. One part about this complex here in Auburndale, for whatever reason, there's always a decent amount of baseball dirt that ends up on my screen just from accumulating in the air. That pitch swung on a miss for strike 2. Doesn't happen in any of the other complexes, but it happens here every time we're here. I don't know why that's the case. Here's the pitch. That one hits Higgs, and he'll take his base. So that's the third hit batsman of the day here for Tyler Hill on it for Endicott. He's hit Lushin, Villanueva, and now Higgs. Hasn't only walked one guy, and he's hit 3. That's going to bring up number 33, Justin Kowalski, who was 1 for 2 on the day. He reached on an error by the pitcher and then beat on an infield single over at second base. Definitely one of the faster catchers you'll see. Here's the first pitch. Foul off behind us here for strike 1. You don't typically see catchers who are faster right near the top of the order. When we talked about 2-inning catchers a couple games ago, Joe Mauer was the one that came to mind. He's not what you would call a speedy catcher, though. You don't really see that. At least I can't think of any off the top of my head in the pros. They throw over to Higgs over at first base. It gets by him. And Higgs is going to go on into second. They're going to hold him right there. That's going to go down as an error by the pitcher. That one bounced in. Got by the first baseman, so the error on the pickoff attempt moves Higgs in the second base. We got a runner on second, nobody out. Can't think of any fast professional catchers. I played with the kid for a couple of years. Not playing in college, but a kid named Brian Paradis was always the fastest kid on my team, and he caught for us and let off. Here's the pitch. When grounded to third, nice backhand play. Looks him back at second, throws over to first to scoop. Was he able to pick it? Yes, he was. That'll be out number 1. That's a great play all around right there. Nice backhander by third baseman Matthew Paola, and the first baseman Brett Holmgren with a full-out split to catch that on a hop. What a great play right there for out number 1. And that'll bring up Timmy Hendricks. He's 0 for 2 today. He's definitely due. Here's the first pitch. That one taken outside for ball 1. Again, that was a Paola had to go all the way to his right to backhand that one, then throw across the diamond to get Kowalski, who was running hard. Then Holmgren split the catch that one on 2 bounces. That one fouled back, count now 1-1. It's one of the better defensive plays we've seen around this trip. Of course, we've seen BenU make a couple of nice plays out there. Best one of the trip, I think, for BenU was by T.J. Floyd over at third base, who was going back on a ball and flat out dove and caught it, going backwards. That pitch taken outside for ball 2. Ironically, on that play, there was a runner on third base who tagged and scored, but regardless, that was probably the best play of the trip. That came all the way back on the first or second day. Here's the pitch. Taking on low for a ball. Count now 3-1 to Timmy. He's got a lot of room here. I believe they actually came against Stevens Point back on the first day. There's a 3-1 pitch to Tim Hendricks. Swung on and grounded through the hole between short and third for a base hit. They're going to have to hold Higgs at third base. Hit too softly. But that'll make it first and third with 1 out for Kevin Hendricks. So the single through to the left side advances Higgs one base. And Kevin Hendricks, now the batter. He's 0 for 2 on the day with the ground out and a strikeout. But he does lead this BenU team in RBIs with 5. And he's got another great chance here to add to that total. BenU has left 6 guys on in this ball game. See if they can get some runs in here. Here's the first pitch. That one fouled off. Count quickly 0-1. Kevin Hendricks. Left-handed hitting left fielder here for BenU. 50-year senior. Here's the pitch. Runner going. Pitch fouled off again. Count now 0-2. Timmy Hendricks was going to swipe second base on that play. And the Hendricks brothers coming here from Carmel Catholic. Been Munda line. Also, where Ed Ziefert went to school. Here's the 0-2 pitch, taken up high. Nice catch right there by the catcher. Josh Drew prevented the pass ball that would have scored a run. Count now 1-2. Hill comes set, and here is the pitch. Up high again, count now 2-2. Timmy Hendricks with a fake steal over there at first base, but then sold it well. Drew jumped right up like he was going to throw down. So Hendricks trying to fight back in the count here. 2-2 pitch on the way. Runner going. That one taken for strike 3. Here's the throw. Tim Hendricks is going to be safe over there at second base for a stolen base, but Kevin Hendricks strikes out looking for the second straight time. And that's going to bring up Brandon Villanueva, who's 0 for 1 on the day with a reach on an error and hit by pitch. And that stolen base by Tim Hendricks. His second on the season. That one grounded over to second base. Picks it up, throws over to first. 4 out, number 3. So once again, Endicott pitches out of another jam. This time BenU leaves runners on second and third. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. Or 1 error, I should say, by the pitcher. 2 men were stranded. We've played 4.5 here, halfway home. It's Endicott 3, BenU nothing.